Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and certainly thank you to our witnesses. I think we are having a very productive hearing. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss ways that we can help Americans plan and be ready for retirement. I think there are many ways we can work together in this area on a bipartisan basis. For example, RESA has broad bipartisan bicameral support and provides a series of solutions to improve our retirement system. However, I have serious concerns about some of the approaches being considered in this hearing. Appreciate Mr. Larson's efforts to bring forward proposals to address the current shortfalls in and shortcomings of Social Security. However, this proposal has issues and deviates from our bipartisan tradition in this area. In particular, I'd like to focus on the low-income and middle-class tax increase included in the proposal. Now, under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, a single mother with 2 children has zero federal income tax liability until she earns more than $53,000 a year. Let me say that again. The TCJA, under the TCJA, a single mother with 2 children pays no federal income tax until her income is more than $53,000 per year. And yet the Social Security proposal we are discussing today would increase the taxes of the same single mother earning approximately $50,000 by $50 every year, because the economic literature tells us both the worker and employer shares of payroll taxes ultimately come out of the worker's wages. Now, this is not a static $50 either. It's a new increase repeated every year for the next 24 years. Over the course of 24 consecutive tax increases, that certainly adds up. By 2043, it would build to a tax increase of about $1,200 for someone earning $50,000. I think that's real money. Let me say we agree that we need to address Social Security's solvency problem, but implementing a $1,200 tax increase on single moms while creating a new Social Security benefit for millionaires, I don't think is the way to do that. We should empower people to make better decisions to help themselves and certainly their own families with the hard-earned money that they earn. If saving for retirement or to buy a house or to start a family is the best use for your money, do that. If your kids need new clothes or sneakers, or you need a new battery for your car, or you have other needs that we sitting here on this committee couldn't begin to guess, I'd prefer you keep your own money and spend it on what you need. We tried to help families do this last year with the Family Savings Act through the universal savings accounts and provisions, which would let families access their retirement accounts for life events like welcoming a new child into their family. We want every one of our fellow Americans to succeed in the workforce. We want them to earn more and benefit from what they earn. We want folks to save for a secure retirement. We want to have policies which empower the American people to make the right decisions. Mr. Biggs, would you have anything to add to this?
Well, thank you. You discussed some of the issues involved with raising payroll tax rates. The Social Security 2100 Act would increase the...
Would you speak into the microphone, Mr. Biggs?
I apologize.
Thank you.
The Social Security 2100 Act would increase the Social Security payroll tax rate over time from the current 12.4% up to 14.8%. So that's a 2.4 percentage point increase. It's important to recognize the Social Security payroll tax is the largest tax that most people pay, more than they pay in income taxes. So that's around a 20% increase, in the dollars they would pay each year. The question for a low-income household is, what do they do? One possibility is they just suck it up. They spend less money at home, less money on their kids, less money towards buying a home. But there's other research that says the low-income workers, they'll try to maintain their lifestyle in the face of lower take-home pay, and the way they may do that is by borrowing more on their credit cards, borrowing more on auto loans, putting a smaller down payment on a home. That is something that is worrying to me and is really based on the research that's come out in the past several years. So I understand why you might want to raise payroll tax rates to keep Social Security going, but the impact on low-income folks is not at all clearly positive.
Thank you. I appreciate the insight of all of our witnesses here today. And like I said, I think this is a productive hearing where we can discuss issues that we know are important for the American